Oh my gosh. I need new brakes. Oh my god. I tell y'all. Trying to survive out here. Trying to keep going. You know. Trying to drink my water. But I'm not complaining. I'm happy. I'm grateful.
Are you able to recognize when someone is dry begging? Do you even know what dry begging is? Because most people don't. Well, today I'm here to give you a little lesson on dry begging. You're going to learn what dry begging is. You're going to learn how to recognize dry begging. And you're also going to learn why you shouldn't give money to people who dry beg. And how I'm going to do that is I am going to give you a real life example. And her name is DoorDash. Let's get into it. Okay, we're going to start off with this video first. As you see, a book for broke people who hate their jobs. And as you see, this was published August 26th of 2025. I'm not going to show or watch all of these videos I show you. I'm going to just watch either, we're just going to look at the parts of the videos that help me make my point. But we're going to start with this one and listen to what she says about saving money and how much she has saved in the last, I think, week and a half or 2 weeks. Just pay attention to that. Let's go.
Because I came into a whole bunch of money, y'all. You saw my videos. Go watch my videos. I made so much money on YouTube, and I did not invest any of it into myself. I've been doing that with the little money I've been making. Let me tell you, somebody recommended me to read. Where is all this coming from? Somebody recommended for me to read The Richest Man in Babylon. So I started reading it about a week and a half ago. And they were saying how the richest man in Babylon had all the money. He was able to spend it and still had more. And so they had the richest man in Babylon come teach 100 men on how he was so rich. And the first thing he said, you got to invest back into yourself. Take 10%. And the men who were in the class were like, how can I take 10% when I barely have anything left when I pay all of my bills? We have families. Our bags are empty. They were talking about how their bags were flat and not full, and they didn't have enough to give back to themselves. And the richest man in Babylon said, hey, look, I get it. But what you have to understand is if you make $2, take 10% from $2. It's very little that adds up to very much. And sometimes we want millions of dollars. We want so much money, and then we'll start saving. He said, take the little that you make and take 10% from it and pay yourself. It's very little amounts. And oh my God, when I tell y'all how that changed my mind, so I started doing it. I do DoorDash. I do food delivery. I also have a hair product that I've been selling for the past 2 weeks. And every order I get, whether it's $45,
Side note, don't buy that hair care product, okay? Don't buy that hair care product. Look, I'll get more into that at the end of this video. But yeah, that's no, don't do that. Let's keep going.
or whether it's a DoorDash order for $7 or $8, I will take 10% from every single order, because we get paid daily from food delivery. And with DoorDash, you get paid right after you deliver the order. So if I make $10, I take $1 and I put it in my savings. Y'all, I have been able, just in a week and a half of doing that, I have been able to make about $1,000 with everything that I have made. About $1,000 in my savings just from taking 10% from an $8 order, a $10 order. When somebody buys my hair product, a $200 order, I'll take $20 from a $200 order and I'll put it back, and it's just adding. And I'm looking at my savings and I'm like, it was that simple.
So let's do the math on that, all right? Let's do the math. She said she's been taking 10% of all the money she's made in the last week and a half and putting that in savings. And in that time, she has been able to put $1,000 in savings. So if she's only been taking 10%, that means she's made $10,000, because 10% of 10,000 is 1,000. That means she has $1,000 in savings and 9,000 she has made to put in her checking. All right? Let's go to the next video. This video right here, you see the title says, "I need new brakes and I have no money." August 28th, 2025. Literally 2 days later. And in this video, after she just told you by doing the math 2 days prior that she made a total of $10,000 in that small period of time, 2 days later, she's telling you she has no money. And this is what I mean by the art of dry begging. We're going to see that heavy in this. I'm going to play, of course, not the whole thing, but I'm going to play 2 portions of this video in her most dry begging moments in this video. And we're going to talk about it as we go through here. And all the signs of dry begging are in here. So let's watch it.
Oh my gosh, I need new brakes. Oh my God, I tell y'all, is it just me? Is that's trying to survive out here? Showing up every day, waking up early, working out, and it's like life hits you, just keeps punching you in the face. And it seems like don't nobody care. But people do care. You just have to let them know. I can never be the person that's like, nobody cares. Because I have cried for help and people have came for my rescue. And I'm so grateful.
If you don't know DoorDash, okay, her channel on YouTube last year around this time blew up, and she made, probably by her own account, because she told us how much she made about $30,000 in 3 months last year. Okay, and for the past year, she's been showing us the things she's been spending her money on. Okay, going on vacations, going to Disneyland, going to some resort, I think in Mexico, where she claimed it cost $1,000 a day. Okay, she's gotten her hair done from a celebrity stylist. She's got her eyebrows done. All this stuff, expensive stuff. She's shown herself eating calamari, all this expensive stuff. And then earlier this month, she claimed, she came on here with videos claiming she was behind on rent and she was behind on her car payments. I think it was a lie, but that's what she was saying. So I'm going to take her word as the truth. Okay? So what happened is she came on here earlier this month telling people about how she's struggling financially. And people sent her money. People donated to her. In fact, she said one of her subscribers got her church to raise $1,000 for her to help her with her rent. And then she got people to send her money to help her catch up on her car note. Okay? That's what happened earlier. That's what she means when she says she asked for help, people helped, and she's so grateful, because that's what happened. Now, I don't think she was broke. I think it was just a lie, all of it. But again, I'm taking her word for it. I'm taking her word as the truth. So after that happened, that is when she started selling the hair care product and all that. And in that time, a week and a half, 2 weeks, as we saw in the previous video, she told you she was able to save $1,000, which was 10% of what she made. So again, that means she made $10,000. And now she's again dry begging. Anybody come tell you about their problems and the first thing they do is that's the dry begging starter kit right there. You gotta have a deep breath. You gotta have a deep breath before you talk about your problems. A deep breath and exhale. And then you say what's wrong. That's dry begging 101. But let's continue with this portion.
I just mailed so many orders for my hair product, y'all, and I want to say thank you so much for that. I'm doing the food delivery right now, delivering orders. Trying to survive out here, trying to keep going, you know, trying to drink my water. Trying to do that. What was that? Sound like somebody's. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh, this is the longest red light I've ever seen in my life. There's a homeless guy who keeps staring at me. I ain't got no money to give him. I just mailed a whole bunch of orders.
There's no homeless guy right there. Okay? There is no homeless guy right there. But she's trying to show you that, man, if I had money, I would give this homeless man money, but I don't have any money right now to play on your heartstrings, because you're going to say, well, I have money. I can send DoorDash money to help her. It's all a game. It's all a con. People in your regular life might do this, and you might not see it as dry begging. And I'm going to tell you what's going to happen most of the time when somebody comes to dry beg from you, okay? They won't outright ask you. They'll just tell you about all their problems, and they'll be taking these deep breaths and exhales. And then you'll feel sorry and you'll give them money. But then later on, if you bring it up, if you say, hey, but you remember that time I gave you money to help you with such and such? They're going to say, I ain't asked you for nothing. I ain't asked you to help me. You offered. That's why people dry beg. That's why they don't just come right out with it. Because they want to be able to say that in the future. Because they're not going to help you. When you down, they're not going to help you like you help them. Okay? Let's keep going.
Paid over $1,000 in shipping. Having a product business, you would think you would make money. But no. You're spending money just as much as you're making. I gotta figure out where I am going so I can deliver this order. Yeah, you're spending money just as much as you're making when you have a product, especially if you have a product that needs like ingredients. But I'm not complaining. I'm happy. I'm grateful. All right.
This is a strategy. After she spent, 2.5 minutes complaining about what's going on, complaining that she need breaks, complaining that, yeah, this hair product is selling, but it's not making money because I have to spend money on other stuff for my business, which is a business. You know, you have to spend money in a business. You know, everybody knows that. So why are you complaining? But after doing all that, at the end, well, I'm not complaining. I'm actually happy. I'm grateful. Yeah, right. Now we're going to skip ahead in that same video, closer to the end. And just for proof, you can see I need new brakes and I have no money. See, it's the same video. And look how she finishes this off.
Y'all. We already know what I'm spending my YouTube check on. New brakes. My next YouTube check is hopefully going to be $3,000. When I take taxes out, I'll have enough to do my brakes, my front brakes.
That's her way of telling you, I will have no money left once I do that. Anybody ever came and told you, said, man, I owe $600 on my car. I, I owe $1,300 for my rent. That's $1,900. Yes, I am getting a check coming up. That's $2,000, but that's their way of telling you I ain't gonna have no more money after that. Can you please help me? They're not gonna come right out and say it. They're not gonna come right out and say it. That's the art of dry begging. Because they want to get you to send them money or give them money. And then that's the way to, later on when you need help and you remind them that you helped them, they're going to remind you that they didn't ask you for help. You offered. That's the art of dry begging. A lot of people do it these days. And I'm going to just sit there and listen to you. I'm going to sit there and listen to you until you actually say it. You tell me about all your bills, I'm going to be like, yeah, that's crazy. And then at some point, they're going to be like, they're going to have to, can I borrow some money for such and such? No. No. Let's keep going.
Oh my God.
We're going to end it right there. But DoorDash is a character. And I really mean that. She created that persona, I believe, for YouTube. And that's not really her. But I just want to shout out a couple creators. The first one is Ringo TV Reactions. And the second one is Syndicate Video Media. They have been covering DoorDash for some time now. I know Ringo has been doing it for over a year, and Syndicate has been doing it for some months. And if you want to go down the rabbit hole of the shenanigans this woman has been doing for the past year, go check out their channels. I will leave a link to both of those channels in the description box. And Syndicate even has a playlist of every video he's done on her. So you can go to that playlist, click play all, and just watch it unfold over time. She's done a lot of lying, a lot of grifting, a lot of dry begging. In my opinion, that's what I believe. And a lot of scamming. I forgot. She even sold YouTube help courses that didn't help anybody. She had one course that she said, if you follow those steps, you will be guaranteed to go viral. I haven't seen anybody go viral from that. And she knows you weren't going to go viral by following those steps, but she still sold you that product, which in my mind, that's the definition of a scam. She's done a lot of clickbait titles and a lot of clickbait videos. And in my opinion, she shouldn't be on this YouTube platform. And earlier I told y'all, do not buy her hair care product, because she had a video where she showed herself making and packaging her hair care product. One, it was done on the stove. It was cooked on the stove. Now, I know that that's how some hair care products start. Some women create their hair care products in their kitchen, cooking on their stove. But I don't think she sanitized that stove properly. And from what I saw in comments on one video, they said that she using the same pots that she cooks her food in, which I don't know how true that is, but that's what somebody said. And also, when she packaging her product and putting it in the jars and everything, no gloves. No gloves. Chipped nails. You can see chip nail polish on her fingers while doing this with no gloves. I wouldn't get that hair care product. I wouldn't get that hair care product. And Ringo also has a video because DoorDash has a website for her hair care product, and she has pictures up there that she says are pictures of people who have used her product. But Ringo found that she took one of those pictures from somebody else. And he showed the evidence. And it's all on his channel, it's all documented. There's a lot of people out there struggling. A lot of people out there struggling. And there's a lot of people who say, okay, let me get to work. Let me go to work. Let me try to find a second job. Let me do whatever I can to pay my bills. It's a lot of single mothers out there. 3 kids. Doing it. Providing for themselves and their kids. Putting in the hard work that it takes to survive out here. They're not asking for handouts. They're putting in the work. DoorDash is, on the other hand, 40-something years old, no kids, just her. But she's on the internet dry bagging, trying to get you to help pay her bills. I'm a YouTube creator, and I believe she's making us look bad. I don't think she should be on this platform. But that's not for me to decide. All negative comments in her videos, she deletes. So if you go to her videos and scroll down, it's going to be nothing but positivity. But if you go to Ringo's channel, if you go to Syndicate's channel, look in their comments. That's how people really feel about her. There's so many people, so many other creators making videos about her, because she should not be on this platform. I believe she's a scammer, a grifter, a liar, a manipulator. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. I appreciate you watching this video. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you in the next one.